And we are live. So, let me flick to this. I've changed the view a bit because I'm doing some assisted shenanigans this time. So it's not just me. I have my assistant. You're allowed in frame. And
Good afternoon.
I can tell you now this is going to be carnage. Because we're both chaos on our own. So together, we're a nightmare. Right. So, first off, I'm probably going to have to strip off.
Yeah.
Because duct tape dummies. So, right. And I apologise in advance, I'm probably going to get sweaty. So, right, where do you want to start?
Right, I
Down?
think, how low do you want to go? Down?
Yeah, I'd say hip is reasonable.
Area.
Hip is reasonable, so if I just do this,
Okay.
I can hold that.
Yeah, I'm going to take the box.
Yeah, the box is a hindrance.
I probably won't bother with it.
Okay.
Face, arms up.
Yep.
This is only so it doesn't stick to your body.
Yes.
So I don't need to go too thick.
Nah. This is just so I don't get tape on my person, particularly.
Okay.
And it's around lunchtime, so if any of my workmates end up on here, that will be funny. I can spin if it helps.
Yeah, so I'm going to start from the back, then I'm going to come up over your shoulders.
Right, that's a bit tight.
Too tight?
Yeah, just on that upper.
Okay, let's roll.
Because if it's too tight, it's going to do the opposite of being helpful.
What we can do...
I think it's because the arms are up.
Yeah, so what I'm going to do, hold that a second.
Yeah.
I'm going to put a little slip down the front.
Looking good. Oh, Nathan's here.
Hey,
Hey,
Nathan.
Oh, God. What's up?
Does that feel better?
That is definitely better, yes.
Right, don't put your arms up this time then. Just put them out.
All right, let's do that. Yeah, bet you didn't think you'd rock up to this, huh? Look at the arms on him, thank you.
Right, now, put your arms out. That feel better?
Yeah, that's definitely better.
Okay, that's enough. Now turn round and then I'm going to come over your right shoulder.
Okay.
And you wanted it a little bit over your arm.
Yeah, ideally, a little bit over the shoulder.
You can cut that back after.
Yeah. Yeah, I think coming down like that is probably going to be the best for dealing with the chest. Yeah. As you say, it's just to stop things from actually sticking to me.
Yeah. Well, that's right, because then we can cut it back.
Yeah.
And I've got to do a little bit of a flip. And come back over this shoulder.
Yeah. Hi. I'm trying not to be super unhelpful with the mic, but there's kind of no easy way of doing this. Saw the thumbnail and had to join. Yo, that's so funny. Yeah, carnage. I'm glad you actually made it for a proper live one.
Or Nan and Grandad on the bus.
Oh, yeah, no. Nan said that she saw your Nan and Grandad on the bus the other day, again. Sat in front of them. So that's funny. That's the second time when they've
Next time
been.
I'll say hello, 'cause I
Yeah.
recognise them now.
Okay. So Nan reckons she'll say hi next time.
But I reckon that's enough.
Yeah, that should be
Wheel.
fine.
So we're going to go that,
That should be fine.
go that.
Yo, that's jokes, right?
Right. Check it out.
Okay.
Now
So,
I can do a little, make you comfortable. I can do a little snip there if you want, but it shouldn't matter, should it?
it shouldn't be a problem, really.
Okay.
It's mainly so that I can
And
get
then we'll tape.
tape on everything.
Yeah.
So, that's so funny.
Right.
Okay. So it will just be
Fun
duct
and
tape.
games. Right, I'll try not to make it too tight.
Yeah.
So into the waist there, is that all right?
Yeah. Yeah, that should be fine because the whole thing will come up reasonably high, so this should be enough.
There we go there.
So,
Right. Spin round for me.
probably going to be a lot of that. But then, as I say, trying not to make it too tight.
No, again at the back.
Julio.
In. There's gaps because they come back on that.
Gaps are pretty whatever. I feel like I should be staring down at a broom handle or something.
Yeah. And drag.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm going to stop and I'm definitely
Yeah?
going to do a little snip.
Okay.
Snip your armpits.
Great. That's reassuring.
Right, just take the tension off.
Yeah, those scissors are pretty terrible, so...
No, I think that's going to be right.
Okay. No worries. Onward and upward.
And I'm going to go.
Try and keep my arms still. Dry. I'd usually attach the mic to me, but don't really have the option this time. So...
Okay, spin round for me.
This way?
I'm coming up and over.
Alright, I will swap. Swap where I'm holding things.
I think I've done this before.
Wow. Been a few years since we've done one of these.
How low do you want the back? Do you want a V left or do you need a...
Fairly high, really. Ideally.
This is therapy, isn't it? After
After the chaos of the morning, yeah, jeez. Jeez. We know we love some good shenanigans, to be honest. It's the kind of stuff it's normal to us, but anyone else just kind of looks at it a bit. Really?
How much gamma take?
Well, it's like, you know, when my mates came over the other day for D&D, just like, oh yeah, just got mannequins in the garage. This is normal to us. Like, this is fine.
Down slightly. You couldn't do this on your own.
No.
Not really, could you?
No. I can do the front with a mirror, but when it gets to the back, not particularly. Yeah. Just checking the audio to see what actually gets picked up, and I think it's still picking you up in the background, so that's fine. I wasn't sure whether it would or not. This is an amazing visual, right? it's so funny. I don't know, the black tape that just with the V down the front give me a sort of a glam rock vibe at the minute. Like a sort of kiss thing going on.
Mind that we don't get your underarm hair.
Oh god, yeah, that's gonna be fun. Jeez.
The most vicious waxing you've ever had.
Oish. Not bloody are. Yeah. Yeah, once it sticks to itself, that's it.
On that road.
There's no coming back from that. So
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, that's the end of the
Down,
roll.
that's right.
Okay.
One
Oh.
roll down.
Well,
was
what
part-
remained of a roll.
Part roll. There
Yeah.
we go.
That's most of a new one, to be honest. So that should be fine.
Good. Right, I think I'll spin you round and I'll do match that one up.
Yeah, so this way. And giving 17th X-Man. Hilarious. You're right with the, like, Cyclops, right? I think I know exactly what you mean. I could do an X-Man thing at some point. I've just never had the interest. No. I suppose if I was a big X-Man fan, then yeah, but there's also nothing that I look at like, oh, you know, I'd love to make that. So there are characters that I like, but not enough to inspire a whole thing, you know? But then I've never been, like, super into comics in general. I am a little bit. You know, like, way back when, Spider-Man. You remember that?
Spidey.
You remember having to add that piece into the
Because you were
suit because
too
I was too big for
huge.
it?
You were too
I
long.
was...
You were a long child.
Yep. I remember it was the same fabric that you used to make the hat for Pinocchio. Like the sort of corduroy type.
Corduroy.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then I printed on the Spidey print
And then just drew it on.
with a pen.
I was gonna say, it looked like a biro.
Probably right. Arm up. I'm trying. Can you do it up? Okay.
I can.
That's right. Because that will be trimmed
Okay.
again.
That and C3PO was another one, but that was quite a big outfit.
What's that like? I don't
That was the gold robot one. Yeah.
Right.
That was a good one.
Now you want a bit more across?
Yeah. Oh yeah, everything across everywhere, really. As I say, I'm using it as a mannequin, essentially. So... I'm just waiting for your phone to ring and for me to get stuck.
Look at this. And
When am I making you the Thor armor? Mate, you have no idea how many times I've thought about doing that. Like, if I get far enough ahead with this, I shit you not, I could do it. Yeah, it could actually be quite easy. If I know the measurements I'm working to, I could do it.
Because you can do him like this, can't you?
Well, that's the thing. If I do... Yeah. You can be subjected to this. But if you were, and I had a mannequin to work from, I could absolutely do the full chest armor. I've thought about doing it as well. It has crossed my mind. Really up your game, you know? Because you get so much traction when we're at con, it's great.
It's because it suits him.
It does, it's perfect for him. He always looks brilliant.
Hang on, good.
Well, I never said you weren't.
Right, let's have a look here.
So I'd say... gonna have to cling film that, or I'm gonna...
Yeah, you need a bit
try.
more higher up, do you?
Yeah. I'd say that's the safest bet.
Okay, well, I can set a piece in.
Yeah. Do I get to be taped up? Yes. Absolutely, yes. That is how that would work.
It's bring it on.
It is a requirement. That's the only way I'm going to know what I'm working with when you're not here. So...
You might be the same size as Boris. I think he's broader, don't you?
Yeah, I think so. Because Boris is bigger than me. But... Yeah. Let's fucking go. Yeah, literally. Okay.
What I'm gonna do. a little bit in there.
Epic. I will just try and stay out the way.
And get to see my lovely hands in action. Years
I
of scissor work.
don't think anyone is going to be phased by your knuckles. I think you're good.
I don't know. They're pretty rough. Right, that should be all right because that will be hidden.
Yeah. Yeah, no biggie. But seriously, the offer for the Thor chest plate absolutely stands. Especially if you want to get a little imaginative with it and do something more like God of War-esque. So it's like Norse inspired rather than explicitly Marvel. Because I'd be super down for that. But it's up to you. I don't mind. But yeah, it would require you to be taped. And if you're claustrophobic, you're not going to manage it. I'll tell you now.
Right. How's that looking?
Do it in the summer. Yeah, totally. That seems pretty good.
I might take a little piece across that corner.
Yeah.
But I might snip that first. Give you a little bit of movement
no worries.
now.
No
Are
worries.
these the best scissors you've got? Have you got
Yes,
any
unfortunately
decent...
they are. The very end is okay.
Okay, right.
I move this
Yeah.
over here.
I just want to go.
Yeah, they're pretty terrible.
You to sort of extend your arm a little bit.
Yeah. Which way? And in what capacity?
Well, this one's not quite as tight.
Yeah, that one seems better.
You need a bit. Do this one first. So
Okay.
lift. Yeah. Because you're going to want to be able to move, aren't you?
Well,
a little bit.
In this, it doesn't matter because I just cut this off of me.
That's true, but even so.
Because it's going to be a static thing when I'm done with it, so it's fine.
Okay.
Literally just a mannequin.
Okay,
so...
well, let's do this one then.
Yeah.
Move your arm up slightly, like that, as I said, and it will be a bit of. Okay. Otherwise, you're going to be.
I've kind of already accepted my fate, if I'm honest.
And there's quite a gap there, but there's no cling film. But I don't think that's a problem. What's it like that? Closer that time.
Because
then you'll cut away, won't you?
Well, so I'm not going to cut any of this. This is like Boris.
Only
so
as
it's
you take
just
it off.
But as far as this,
it's
the
other day.
Oh no, the stick doesn't anymore. You're right.
Get the stick down the stick here doesn't. And build round.
Ooh,
and then that's your stand. It's there for a reason. Get it out of your bedroom.
That's a prospect.
Yeah.
Good. Okay.
Good. Okay.
So as long as we're confident that this is going to stay where it is.
Pair of scissors.
Yes, because this is going to be important.
Put a bit more tape on it.
A
little bit more.
I'd say the more the merrier.
Okay, come on then. Oh. Now we've got the basic.
I do believe the Wi-Fi has died.
The what?
Yeah, the camera's frozen. Yeah.
Okay, well, shall I go and get the...
Yeah, go for it. I'll see if I can...
get scissors?
The scissors, primarily. Yeah, the camera's frozen. I'll fix it in a second. As soon as I'm done being, bound, then, yeah, it should be fine. Pretty sure it will be a simple fix. Okay. Okie dokie. I'm sure it will be. Let me switch it to BRB, and then back here. Nope, still frozen. Okay. So one of them has actually just died. Plug that. Replug that. Fix this one. One down. This one. Yeah. And yeah. Nope, that's not happy with me. Let me unplug it and try. Oh, no, it's back. Okay. I think it's back, but the other camera has stopped working. All right. Really not happy with me. Okay, so the cameras have died on me, which is wildly inconvenient. So, bear with. I will try and troubleshoot this real quick. Right, have a camera working. Hopefully, the other one. Think
This will be
yes, no, massively. Think we are back in business.
okay.
Let me leave that unplugged and do this again. Ugh. Why is it only now becoming an issue? Why? Why? Please. Please just do the thing. Oh my god. Why would you choose when I'm covered in tape? Have a hissy fit.
Do it all the time.
Literally, I was doing this morning and it was completely fine. And it's just decided now, you know what? How about I'm not okay? How about that? Jeez. Right. Oh, go away. Okay. One. Yes, that is actually working. This one. Right. And I'm just going to refuse to plug in anything else. Alright. It appears to be okay. So that's probably fine. I'll just not have any cooling for my laptop. I'm sure that'll be fine. Fine. It's not. It is. Okay. Well, that was wildly unnecessary. All good now? Cool. I believe we are. Yeah, that's fine. So that's fine. It's not like I'm going anywhere, to be honest. So it's fine. You found some decent scissors then. No, that's definitely not closed. It's the basket is stood on something that's problem solved.
Oh,
That's
yeah, I'm a problem solver.
well, as you're brandishing the scissors,
Right. So you're going to do a little
Slightly
bit
menacing.
more.
yeah,
a
tape
little
up,
bit more tape.
tape up whatever makes sense.
Okay, let's
'Cause the
start
more the
where we
merrier.
started then.
Sure.
Back round the base.
Yeah.
Okay. Turny.
Just doing it yourself, you always make it too tight.
Oh yeah. That's
Like-
the thing, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, that pole is a brilliant idea.
Do it.
Because I'd originally had my wig head on there, but
Yeah, if you get something like a big old pillow or something
Yeah.
on there,
yeah,
and then build up round it.
massively.
Like a
We'll
poodle-
have
like a
bits.
poodle stick, whatever you call it.
Are they the giant cotton buds?
Yeah.
The ones from like
Yeah.
Gladiator?
Yeah.
They always look like so much fun. You can get like inflatable ones of those. And I don't know why we didn't have them as kids. Just so that
Probably
Tom and I could beat
danger.
each other up. No,
Danger
it's
factor.
less dangerous than what we used to do,
Yes.
you know? Having said that, there was the nosebleed with the teddy bear.
Well,
That happened.
it has to, doesn't it? But no, I reckon that's enough on the back.
Coolio. I shall rotate. And that's just a little funky end.
Someone tunes in halfway, they're going to think, what the?
Oh, that's part of the fun of this,
Oh.
is when people do show up partway
I've
through.
shot over onto you. Whoop. You're right.
Yeah,
Didn't get you.
no. Just about managed to avoid me. Otherwise, it's just a waxing, isn't it? Can't be as bad as when I did it for my legs that one time. Oh my god. It was horrendous.
Good. Can stand up on its own pretty much.
That's the main thing, is that it's pretty rigid.
Bored now.
I knew that's what it was going to be. This is the difference between you and I, is that mask this morning, I was there for 3 hours.
Bet you were with that on your face.
With that on my face.
Of course you were.
So I thought there's no point in taking it off until it's ready to take off,
No, and it
because then I've wasted my time.
It looks amazing.
So
This would be good if you could do this and then fire it or something, and it was rigid.
That
Probably
would be
not
very
on your
cool.
body.
But yeah, not so much. Not so much the reality. Main thing is I've got something at the end of this to work off of. Because Boris is great, but if he's not accurate, then
It's a bit loose.
you know.
Just feel as if I'm going to fill that.
Yeah, I think if you're questioning it, then it's probably a thing you want to
Yeah.
fix. So let me just stand. At least you got good lighting for it.
Arm in the air.
Ish. It's gonna happen. I accept my fate. It's gonna be sweaty in there.
Yeah. It's,
Gonna be
it's just covering
real
it
gross.
in, and then that
Yeah.
sits in there. That's
Yeah. I trust your judgment.
Everyone did.
No comment.
I'd be laughing, wouldn't I?
Well, we know what it's really about, so. Blimey, I didn't think you'd manage that.
Oh,
Fair play.
I'm on a roll. That's in the bright lights a little bit.
Okay, fair
'Cause
enough.
it's like a white wall to me.
It is,
Rack.
yes. That is true. It's true. It's just the best light for the cameras.
Yeah. It's solid.
Cool beans. Feels like quite a lot on the back at this point.
Yeah. So I'll cut that off on that later. Right.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty good. Where do you think it might need? A bit more over the shoulder?
Yeah, shoulders is always a good bet. Keeping an eye on the cameras now, making sure they're working. They are currently. So,
Shoulder.
do we want to do from the back or from the front? It's up to you.
Yeah. Let's do a little bit here.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, that's fine.
I reckon that's going to be about it, don't you?
Probably
Have a little
fine.
feel.
All feels solid enough.
Might do a little bit on there.
As I say, this is not for the claustrophobic.
Oh, is it
be
getting a
honest.
bit that way?
No, I'm fine. I'm just saying
Now,
anyone
when
that
you
is.
cut, do you want to go up the front or up the back?
So probably back is safer
I would.
because
but
you've got the dip in the
Yeah, like
mid
you
of your
get up
back
and
that you can
in.
get up.
Yeah.
So
Shall we?
much love, but I gotta go. Have a good time. Bye, Nan. Nathan says
bye.
bye.
Bye, Nathan.
Catch you in a bit, mate. Thanks for rocking up. Now it's the lethal bit because I'm giving her
He's
scissors.
going to miss the fan.
Oh, God. Right, here we go.
Right, make sure your pants are
Yeah,
on
don't slice my boxers. At least I've got nothing else on.
I go straight up the spine. I reckon if you lean forward slightly,
Yeah.
that's it.
Yeah.
If I get near your skin.
It's fine. I can kind of flex my back so that I create the dip in the middle. So.
Weak release.
All right.
Hang on.
Gonna say. Right. Bless you. And the second time. Sneezing with scissors makes me a little bit nervous.
Dust. You're right.
Yeah.
Right, you should,
Right.
in theory, be like a little chrysalis.
Good grief. Nice. All right. There's a little bit of tape on my underarms.
Oh, I thought that one looked a bit. Do you want the scissors on it?
No,
You got it?
Yeah. There will be pit hair stuck to that.
Get close up.
No, it's grim. Yeah, a little bit of pit hair on that, but oh well.
Wow. How's that?
That is, look,
Pretty damn good.
a thing. A thing that I have. Right.
Happy?
Yes. Right. So now I'm gonna put a vest back on. So now I just have to close the back up again.
Give yourself a little bit of leeway.
Yeah. And then
And then we think about
think
how
of what I
they're
can
gonna
stick
do
on the
poodle
post.
stick.
yeah.
Well, I think
Cameras have freaked out again, so good timing. Why on earth do they keep doing that? They've been fine this whole time. Why are they choosing now to not be fine? Really annoying. Come on, do the thing. Do the thing. You know you want to. No. Just gonna decide not to do it. Cool, well that's fine.
wires.
Zip wires?
You know, the old
Oh, zip ties. Yes. Yeah. Massively. So annoyed with this bloody camera. Oh. Okay, no, one came back. That's something. The other one refuses to return to life, so I'll have to try and figure out why at some point. At the minute, I don't know. It's fine 1 minute and then has a little hissy fit the next. Right. So, what do we reckon? Build a thing.
Yeah, that it can come on to. Perfect.
Yeah.
So, do we have any safety pins knocking about?
Safety pins, I don't have any out
I think
here.
there's a couple in the kitchen.
Okay.
Just to start it off.
Yeah, no sweat. So in a Blue Peter style, here's one I made earlier. I have a big stick in a pot of stones and a little bit of cement. I've used this before as a stand for a wig head. I'm going to kick it back here a bit so Nan's not going to trip over anything. That would be bad. Then she has located old, cruddy garden furniture cushions. The theory being, we pad this out and stick the body on top. Ah, clippy things.
Wow.
The clippy things that we literally got earlier.
For a reason, didn't we?
I choose to believe so.
So I'm figuring
Mm-hmm.
if we do what we did, so because this can ultimately be like your shoulders.
Okay.
So go like that.
Yep.
Like that.
Yep.
Then if you safety pin it here,
Yeah.
get that lined up. And then the rest we can do with string and clippy things. You too can have hands like mine by the time you've done a few years of this.
Don't. I fear the day that my hands end up just not functional.
I knew it was worth keeping these dirty old cushions.
But we always end up using this stuff. That's
We
the
have
thing.
everything.
Everything ends up coming in handy for no reason.
It.
That's
No.
one. Let's see if I can get it in
Yeah,
from under
keep it
here.
nice and central.
I'm trying, but it's not easy to get in there, to be honest. Right.
That's just basically just to hold it in place.
Coolio.
And then I think I'd be inclined to, you picture this like your chest.
Yeah, because then you got the shoulders, as you
If we
say.
get some string round.
Okay. The string you
I've
had a
got it
second ago,
here.
right?
If you and I'll hold.
Yeah.
Might be.
Okay. Well, I'm imagining tie it off at the very bottom and then just bring it up, or...
Oh, you tie it round there first.
Yeah.
And then you can wind it round both, can't you? It
Yeah.
saves a bit of time.
Hopefully it'll be slightly easier.
There might be a way of making the base more solid.
Yeah, we'll have to, because it only
Yeah.
had a wig head on it before. Whereas this is slightly more cumbersome. So that's then on there.
And then if I hold these together,
Yeah.
then you can wind round.
Okay.
My hand.
I was going to say, try and not catch you on there.
And then as you come in, loop your string through and then you can pull it tight. Get the ball in there. Give it a little pull.
Okay.
Yeah, and then go round and round. And then come up and do this like that's your underarms, I reckon. Then it'll get like a slight body shape.
Okay. So like...
I was thinking across the front. Imagine that's your arms. Yeah, and that's the chest.
I don't know.
Look. That button's there for a reason.
Ooh, okay.
And there should be one on the other side.
There isn't. There used to be, but there isn't now.
Okay, take the string through that.
Yeah.
And then pull up towards you.
Yeah.
That's it. Hang on, go through here.
Yeah. This is hilarious.
That's it. And then up over shoulders.
Yep.
Yeah. Round your button again.
Okay.
Bit nice and tight. It might be a bit fat.
Probably will be a little bit anyway. But okay, through here. See, I live for this shit.
Of course you do.
This is my favourite thing. Just
It's the way things happen.
pulling it out of our asses every single time.
Right. And then basically what you're going to be doing is squeezing that onto it and then taping it back.
Okay, got it.
So we need to try and stop it spinning.
Yeah.
That's why we bought these for no reason this morning.
Potentially. 'Cause it's going to be spinning
Yeah, it will.
at the base.
Yeah, look, there's one.
Try and...
And there's another one. And then you can get your string round them.
Okay. So I still have string.
Have string, so you can take it round those. That'll stop it spinning.
Me do that. It's so silly. Okay. Now what?
How's it feel? I think for now, because once you've got your body on, you can tape it onto the pole.
Yeah.
I reckon if you do a little bit of a tie off, I think.
Me see if I can. Okay. Don't suppose it matters a whole bunch, in fairness.
Because you can just get some tape on that.
Yeah.
Right, now test
Awesome.
your body.
Okay.
See what we're dealing with.
So here's this.
Yeah, just go up high.
Oh.
That gets dealt
There's
with.
arms and arms.
Yeah, possible. Isn't it? It ain't bad.
Yeah. Take a...
And then what you do is you just get some foam and...
Because there's quite a big...
Yeah, but that's a good thing.
Yeah, no, it definitely
is.
is
A good thing because, look, there you go.
Okay.
I'm going to get a little bit of tape on that.
Yeah, let me...
I'll spin it round towards me.
Yeah.
What did I do with the reel?
The reel of what?
The big reel of tape. That's the old one.
It's on the ladder. There. Yeah.
There we go. Right,
like that.
you use your strength. That's it. We don't want it overlapping. We almost need it to have a little bit of... Just a teeny bit. One more up there. Let him go for a minute. Then.
No.
Right, and then we need to get a lower one. And that's your lungs being crushed in.
Right. I mean, it was. Would it be...
Let go slightly. Only because we need to... Okay, pull it in, pull it in.
I was going to say, because...
Too much, that's an overlap. A little bit. That's it. Should be good. Right, let's lift him and test. Then you can make it firm once you've got the basics on there and poke that about.
Yeah. It's definitely a two-man job.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know, I feel like I keep hearing things because I'm expecting something, so...
Oh, yeah.
Well, no, as in... Because I'm expecting it, you know?
Okay. Disruption.
Yes. There's a surprise.
They go,
Yes,
"Oh,
well.
I think you've got just enough of a little bit of leeway there
Mm-hmm.
because you don't want it. Right.
No. No.
Yeah. All those, do you want to turn it so you can see what you're doing?
Well, I'll just
Get that nice and tight.
have one of those.
You have the pleasure of doing the bottom bit.
I'll give it a crack.
There you go. Pretty good.
It ain't bad. It ain't bad.
And now you have to sort of play around with it because it
Yeah.
will distort slightly.
It definitely needs
Yeah.
messing with in various places.
Yeah, like that's it. That's it. Because it's probably
Because it needs more in the front
yeah.
because of the chest.
Yeah, but we can
then-
get some.
Yeah, we'll have to add it out with various, but it's not.
Considering-
It's a pretty
considering
decent,
we just
considering we made it up.
did that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. So you need to get
Some extra
we've
bits
got
and bobs.
wadding
Well, if we've got any other random
cushions
cushiony bits, because it's going to take quite a lot of
to fill.
additional
Yeah, and just ram it in.
faff, but it's what I'm allowed to salvage. I don't want to wreck anything particularly, so it's only if I'm able to. So funny. We always just happen to have what we need for stuff. It's been a running joke for years now that this house just provides the things you need for no reason. Oh, she's coming back with stuff. Ooh, bubble wrap.
What this?
There's a lot of potential with that, in fairness.
Or we can check and see if we've got any more wadding in that.
Because I can fill out the bigger gaps with that,
Yeah.
because that's pretty
There's
inconsequential.
loads. Yeah, we've got loads of
Yeah.
it all out there. In the meantime,
Let's see. As I say, I didn't want to just go about dismantling anything,
No.
so...
there's also foam.
I think bubble wrap's probably going to
I
work.
think it's pliable. I think
I
we
think
save
it's
that.
probably going to work.
Good, well, I've got that for if you need it.
Wicked.
But you don't have wadding there.
No, I know I used a load when I did Charlotte's wedding thing.
Oh,
I used a lot. So, yeah. So that's fine. Do you think I can sort out a lot with this? sorts out that bit,
Yeah.
which is good. I'm probably going to need a fair bit, that's all.
Of course, I don't get some more.
If there is more, then
On the house anyway, to be fair.
yeah.
Obviously, place to
Fair enough. Fair enough. I didn't think my lats were that broad, but apparently they are. So good for me, I guess. It's a nice surprise to come out of this. Oof. Did not realise I was that jacked. It's pretty epic. Okay, that's then better. Better, closer, warmer. That's awesome. Nice. I didn't realise we had so much.
Oh, yeah. That is from the polycarbonate sheet.
Oh, I was going to say.
So it's absolutely perfect.
I'm going to say they're big bits.
That's nice and soft, that bit. So if you've got any tricky bits,
Yeah.
really, these ones are nice and pliable.
Brill. Cheers.
Right.
Awesome.
Do I leave you to it?
At your discretion at this point, because
Need to get you anything?
well, I'll have to stop for lunch eventually, but I'll do this first.
Okay.
But yeah, as far as actually needing,
When you come in.
yeah, nice one.
Oh, I enjoyed that.
I knew you would, so cheers. Try and fill that bucket in at some point as well. The little plant pot this is stood in. Definitely going to need more stuff in there. Stop this from spinning around and toppling over. Okay, that deals with that more or less. That's a big old gap in there. I think I'm going to end up using quite a lot of this, to be honest. This needs to go in here. In and down, arguably. Yeah. It's better. It's better. So silly. It's dumb because it's working. Had no right to work as well as it has. Yet here we are. It's getting there. I'm fairly conscious of it probably toppling over at some point. But I shall cross that bridge when I come to it. be honest. Can I get up in here? Not particularly. I can get around here, though. Try and get around here. Have that in there. Because my chest does exist. I have not worked as hard as I have to have no chest. It's better than that bit is still flat. Your boy ain't that flat. Hairs lengthways, which is really irritating. It needs to not do that. Need to take it across this way. Do one of these. See how I'm going to go about trying to fit things in here. In fairness, how picky with it do I need to be? Fairly sure, but I'm only really using this to stand the armor set on. So as long as we have the general gist of things, I don't think it'll be that big a deal. Don't think. As long as the main body of the chest exists, it'll probably be okay. See, there's still that gap down there, so we shove it all the way down. There. That's where it wants to be. Sorts that out. Better. Better than it was. I can cut some more of this. Come to me. Let's do that. Getting there. Definitely getting there. And is that gonna matter? I'm not willing to chance it. So let's assume it will matter. That's kind of the best stance to take here, to be honest. I think this would be a lot easier if I wasn't trying to do it in mid-air. But there you go. I'm not that phased, to be honest. I wonder if that's any better. Kind of everything just looks sort of white, so not particularly. Well, cool. That's fine, I guess. Oh, and everything's at an angle now as well. Oh no. Oh, that's awful. Jeez. Okay, that's better. I can live with that. So, I need to go up and under at this point. Fill in that gap. Definitely better. At least once I've got this done and out the way, then tomorrow, after the gym, and after some early morning stuff that I need to see to, I can just crack on and mess around with my final iteration of the armor, which is obscenely hype. I say final iteration, the one that gets molded. Mess around with that. The one that will become the final thing, I suppose, is a better way of framing it. Okay. Getting there. Got just a pocket down here. Shove some more down in there. That's better. That is definitely better. Once I've got all of this positioned as I like it, I can probably whack some more tape on there. Leash. Nan was right, it is the dust. I hadn't thought about it before, because I'm just used to existing in here at this point. But fair play to her. I think because I'm picking up stuff from before while I'm doing this, yeah, I'm probably just winding up with a ton of dust in my nose. That's fine. It is what it is. Can't sound particularly phased. Okay. In fairness, I'm probably getting to a reasonably good point with this. Reasonably. It's funny how well behaved Nan was on camera. I warned her beforehand, like, now don't say where we live. Don't give any names. I think she was frightened to to go ham, because she's typically a liability, so I have to warn her. But, oh, she'll be back. 100% she'll be back. Can't keep her away, really. I wouldn't want to, if I'm honest. She will definitely be back at some point. So Nathan, if you're rewatching this, she'll be back. Getting to a pretty good position now, in fairness. Pretty good position. Give it a swivel and see what I'm... So I can afford to do some more down here. Fair cop. Yeah, bubble wrap actually has worked perfectly. Glad we kept that. I always keep stuff like this. Because you never know when it'll come in handy, and for what strange application. Case in point. I think once I've done this, I'll see whether I can transfer what I've got on Boris onto here. And see what kind of difference that makes. Because I might end up having to adjust things. I shouldn't, because I tried it all on. Everything seemed okay on me. But remains to be seen. I suppose. It's down here. I can not smack myself in the face in the process. That would be great. Okay. This is holding out surprisingly well. Skizzers. Let's take a chunk off here and see what I can do with it. Ah, okay, so it needs tons up in here. Fair enough. That is just a whole ass ball that needs to be in there. Fair play. Fair play. Getting better. Definitely getting better. Thinking of messing with this bit slightly. Because the overlap just needs to be straightened out a bit, I believe. In theory, I can fix that by doing this. And if I just add more bits in up and around the neck, hopefully that'll sort itself out, more or less. Skizzers. I don't know why the cameras decided to freak out earlier. They've calmed down again now, it seems. Just didn't like the fact that there was someone else in here with me. Rude. Frankly. Well, I can only be on my own in frame. Oh no, actually that would be horrifying. If every time the cameras have bugged, it's because there's been someone else in frame with me. Nah, I don't want to think about that. That's horrifying. I want to play this. Alright, if I do a bit in here, because there's a gap up here, then bring that round, and in here, and then fill that out, bring it round again. Yeah, okay. And then sorts that out pretty effectively. I'm pretty okay with that. Certainly not too shabby. And this little gap in up here is annoying me. Push that up further. I've got to add a bit more into that shoulder. Then really, it's not looking too bad. Actually looking pretty okay. One thing I do need to remember is to take pictures as I go. Because I've been streaming it, I've been forgetting to take pics. Which is going to be a pain for build books down the line. Because pics was always one of those things I was very good at remembering to do. Now it's on camera, it doesn't really occur to me, and it should. It's also getting hot in here. Now that there's, sunlight. Sunlight on a dark garage. Gets kind of spicy. So, I'll faff about for as long as is sensible to do so. I will eventually have to dip or perish. Such is the way of these things. It's looking pretty good, in fairness. As far as being, body-like, it's pretty good. Big old gap in there. Am I going to be able to get anything in there, though? I don't know that I am. Well, kinda. Kinda can. Ain't easy. The camera's frozen. Great. That's that thing I said about there being more than one person in frame. the ghosts could just declare themselves now, that would be epic. Why does it keep freaking out on me? I don't get it. I'm not touching the cameras. I'm doing literally nothing to the cameras or the cables. I am, frankly, nowhere near them. So I do not understand why they are beefing with me. What is your problem? Yeah, no, it's just... Okay, cool, bye then. Okay, right. Come on, show me the thing. Show me how none of them are here. Alright. Well, I'll just wait for them to freak out and then be fine again, I guess. I'm not going to spend all my time dicking about trying to fix it. I'm just shoving bubble wrap up a duct taped shirt, so, you know, just fill in the blanks for now, I guess. I'll fix it when it becomes fixable. At the minute, it's just not. You know. We'll deal with it later. Because with how quickly the garage is heating up, kind of against the clock. More so than I had anticipated. And it's not bad. That is not bad. Right, will you let me fix you yet? Am I allowed to fix you? No, I'm not. Awesome. Cool. So what happens if I do this? Oh gee, would you look at that? Who knew? I genuinely, I've moved USB ports. I do not understand. Genuinely, I don't. Okay. Right. Sure, they'll die again at some point, but for now, cool. Yeah, I reckon this is most of the way there, in fairness. Again, doing better on the lats than I thought I was. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. I guess it's just kind of filling in the sleeve for a lot of it. I want to get the lats in, that's important. There's a lot of lat shaping that goes on in the armor. So yeah, gotta make sure that is as accurate as I can get it, really. As far as width. I mean, it also makes me feel good, but, you know. Technically, doing it for the right reasons. Accuracy is king. Hour and a half, okay. This is a very brief run of things. So I'll be done in a second, really. And I can duck out, have some lunch. And see to other things. I always try and get as much done as in a day as is vaguely possible. And I say vaguely because most people wouldn't try and do as much as I try to. Nor would I recommend it. But it's one of those things. Kick myself if I don't. So I'd always rather just suck it up and crack on. I always feel best after I've had a day of going ham, you know? That's the thing. What have I done today? I've got that mask. Then went and sorted out some stuff in town. Which is, you know, boring, but also necessary. So that was good. Of course, I folded it over. Oh, well. Good at that. That's pretty okay. Stops everything falling out again. Nan left me a strip. Epic. Oh, I hear talking outside. I wonder if I'm going to be invaded. Or if it's just some kind of drama that's going on. Hey man, family drama. Really can't be asked. Do anything for my grandparents. Beyond that, not interested. Everyone's circumstances are different, you know. I've never been one to go in with the same advice for everyone. It's never that simple. Not ever. I suppose all I'm saying is it's tricky, you know. I'm sure everyone goes in with the right intentions, but sometimes the right thing to do is to just walk away. And it doesn't have to be a bad thing, you know. Like, all right, I'll stop being cryptic. But basically, I have no contact with either of my parents. And for a long time, I'd be approached by people who found out or were family friends, and they'd say, "Oh, that's so sad. You know, you should you should really try and put the effort in and whatever, and like, you know, it's difficult because I understand that from an outside perspective, it probably looks sad, you know. Like, oh, your parents though, that's you know, that's your support structure. Let me put it this way. I can't miss what I never had. So I don't, because I didn't. Totally different ballgame with my grandparents. They have always been around. They have always helped me out. They are all that I have and all that I feel I ever need, to be honest. So, and this is what I mean by circumstances. Everyone's circumstances are different. And what, like, the relationships that you have with your parents, probably different to what I had to contend with mine. So I'd never go into any family problems with any advice, because I don't know your life. I don't know what you've had to deal with. So I can't comment, and I wouldn't. And there's some drama going on at the minute between my nan and her, well, two of her brothers. And, you know, it's one of those, on the face of it, it seems sad, but also knowing the situation, actually probably going to work out for the best. I suppose what I'm trying to say is there is nothing wrong with taking charge of your own life and determining for yourself what you are and are not willing to deal with. Everyone's got their own value system. And there comes a point where what you're putting in probably outweighs what you're actually getting back. If that's the case, you gotta stop and decide, is this really worth my time? Is this really worth my effort? Do I actually care that much? And if I do, what is it I really care about? Because if all I care about is winning the argument, it's not the right reason. As I say, I've been very close to the chaos with this one. So I've been doing my best to kind of, contrary to popular belief, play devil's advocate. I think a lot of the people on the other end of this argument would assume that I've defaulted to being combative at every possible turn. Not the case. I just want what is best for the people that I care about. And that's what matters. Because family dynamics are interesting. You can't choose your family. it doesn't mean you have to put up with it. Ugh, speaking of putting up with things, modern cameras. I really don't know what the problem is with them. I really, really don't. But I'm reasonably happy with the way this mannequin has turned out. So, I'm inclined to probably just call the stream there for now anyway. Because I'll have to go get lunch, and I've been on a bit of a rant. It's a micro rant, I suppose. It's a micro rant. If I end up on a real rant, I like to think you'll know about it. So, you know, take that for what you will. But as things stand, I have a body. It's so sinister. I love it. Right. I think for now, I will pull the stream there. I'll set everything up so that when I start everything again, probably tomorrow at this point, I'll be in a position to just get on, which is pretty hyped. I'll go return the good scissors to my nan and her ball of string. I think I know the drawer that would have come from. But yeah, there's not an awful lot more for me to do at the minute, as far as this is concerned. Cameras are annoying me. So, yeah, at this point, one of those, why bother, really? Why bother if it's going to continue to be obnoxious? Just have to, I don't know why I have to keep unplugging them and plugging them back in. I'm literally not touching them. Super irritating. But yeah, I have a body. Good for me. Now, can you see in that one particularly? Not a whole bunch. What about now? That work? Yeah, it kind of does. Ah, I have a thing. Good for me. I have a thing. And the lats on this thing, actually. Oof. Nice. Yeah, here's my thing. Do I try and put stuff on here from Boris? No, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait because I want to try and get this stick to be more sturdy in this flower pot anyway. So I'll muck about with that off cam, I reckon. And yeah. Ooh, my mask is here. That's a point. How's that doing? It's still pretty wet, but it will be because it's by cling film. So here's that mask I made earlier. That's pretty cool, right? I'll have to leave that for a while yet. But that's something I can just leave chilling here for now. No biggie. Right. Yeah, cool. I've got various bits and pieces I need to clean up. That's a future me problem. Take the cling film back indoors. Get rid of all this tape. That was a pretty successful venture. I know it was brief, but as I say, I do have other things I have to do. But it's primarily because it's warm. Warm, and that's why I do these things so early in the day. Still debating whether I just whack all of this on here. But then if I find things don't fit, I'm going to want to deal with that, and I need to go have lunch, and yeah. Alright, let me be vaguely sensible about this. Yeah, screw it. Right. I'm gonna say for now, I'm gonna leave this where it is. Figure out how to make the base more solid. Probably rope it, right? Like you do for the ropes on tents. Maybe. I'll think about it. But for now, here is my chest. Good for me. Nice. And I will be back tomorrow at some point. It's not going to be super early in the morning, I don't think. Because what I have to do is going to be a very early morning thing. So, yeah. That'll be interesting. But for now, I shall call it there. And I will rock up again tomorrow. Eventually. Sometime. Yeah.